Hi, you're welcome to Mass Medicine with Francis. Today we're going to be discussing a very special topic known as logarithm. This topic is just as very important as the oxygen which we breathe in as humans. Okay, now imagine when you come to a particular point you are asked to solve logarithm and you don't understand the basics. Assuming you come to a point where you get to say, given that log 2 is equal to 0.30103. When you use your calculator to press that, when you type in log 2, what you'll be getting is 0.30103 accurately. And then again, you're giving this, and you're also giving that log 3 is equal to 0.47712. And this is where the question lies. They say calculate without using any table. A, they say log 5, B, log 6, and C, log 0.9. Imagine when you come to a point and you're being asked to solve this. What do you do? Number one, let's go to A. Knowing fully well that log 5 is not part of what is giving us here. When you look over here, we are given log 2 and we are given log 3. You are not seeing log 5. So what do? We are going to now devise a means by saying, remember that log 5 is also equal to log 10 over 2. Because when you have log 10 over 2, in a bracket, 10 over 2 is going to give us 5. You remember that? So this is the same thing as log 5, right? But you devising this means is for it to enable you to find the values of what you're looking for. Now, as much as you've said log 10 over 2, okay, now you will say is equal to, you will split them into 2 by saying log 10 minus log 2. You've seen what I'm showing you, log 10 minus 2. So log 2 is subtracting itself from log 10. Now, log 10, you don't need a table to be told that log 10 is equal to 1. But for the doubting Thomases, you can actually use your calculator to press what log 10 is, which is going to be 1. So 1 is going to be minusing, is subtracting the value which is giving us above. What value is that? You remember that they told us earlier that log 2 is equal to 0.30103. So this time around, it will be 1 minus 0.30103. When you now subtract this value, what it will give you is going to be exactly 0.69897. That's the value. Now, if you recall, you will notice that log 5 is equal to this. Now, this means now which we have devised is to enable us to find a value that without using calculator, we will get the exact values which we are going to use, which we are going to get using calculator. And please don't forget to watch this video to the end, turn up your notification bell and subscribe for more. I still remain your special host, Mass Medicine with Francis. Okay? Now, when you decide to reconvert it just like this, the values gotten from calculator, just as this value is, if you are to type in now with your calculator log 5, what it will give you is going to be 0.69897. Probably it may give you the approximated value of this. But for the sake of not doing this without calculator, remember this, we are not doing it without a calculator or without any table. These are the two key watchwords. Without table. You are not doing it with a table. When you do it with a table, you are going to make a mess of it all. So it means solving maths without. Remember that the community which we are building is to build a reliable community where people can solve maths without using a calculator or using any kind of means. Okay. Now let's go to working on the second one which we are given. Now they say it in the second one, they say find log 6. Find log 6. Now we need to understand that all this means that we are devising is to enable us solve what we are looking for. Like here now, log 6 is still equal to 2 times 3. Remember, just like I did above, that 2 times 3 is equal to 6, right? So it's the same value which log 6 is. What do I do here? I will say, okay, that because log 2 times 3 in a bracket is going to give me this, I will say, therefore, log 2 plus log 3 is what I'm looking for, right? So I will say is equal to 0.30103 plus 0.47712. Remember that these two values are given. This is the initial value given to us as log 2. This is the initial value given to us as log 3. When you add these two values now, what are you going to get? Is going to be equal to 0.77815. Now, this is the actual value which we are going to get when you are doing this with calculator. But remember, always put this at the back of your mind that the value which you are going to get using calculator is an approximated value. And again, in trying to make our mind to be equal to the speed of a computer, or trying to make it faster to understand this, we need to be simplifying them, or we need to be solving them using our heads, not using a calculator. Okay, now we are now going over to the third one. This third one, which is part C, now we are asked to find log 0.9. Remember that whenever you're being given a log without any base, they are all in an invisible base 10. All right, so log 0.9 is equal to, this is the same thing as log 9 over 10. How do we actualize this? Remember that 0.9 is the same thing as saying 9 over 10. Okay, just like I did above with the other ones. When you see this decimal point, okay, you will now then rate 1 is going to, your counting of your numbers will start from that place where you see a decimal point. So 1 will be here, next value, assuming that this is 0.90. So your 1 will start from the decimal point. Then if this is 9 and the next value here is 0, you will still add more 0 here. If you still have, if what you're giving is 0.9900 whatever number, you keep on adding, but from this decimal point when you put your 1, you start to add 0 to each of the numbers. I hope this is clear. Now in proceeding now, this time around we'll be having therefore log that's equal to log 9 minus log 10, because these are the two values which we've gotten, log 9 and we've also log 10. Okay, so log 9 minus log 10. Remember that log 9 is the same as saying log 3 raised to power of 2 minus, if you recall, initial, we said that when you recall, we said that log 10 is equal to 1. Log 10 is equal to 1. For the Dalton Thomases, don't forget you can use your calculator and you type in log 10. You will see that the value is going to be 1. So log 3 raised to power of 2 minus log 10, remember we said is 1, right? So is equal to 2. This value that is here will go straight up to the beginning of this log, which is 2 log 3 minus 1. I hope you are seeing this. Now, this 2 that you're seeing here is without anything. It's not having any value. It's not having any log attached to it. It's on its own. But this 3 here is having a log attached to it. Just like this one belongs to this sign here, right? This number here belongs to this. So what do I do now? I will say a whole 2 number multiplied by the log 3 which we are given earlier. Remember that log 3 is equal to, even from the one which we are given at the topmost, remember that log 3 is this, right? 0.47712. That is log 3. So therefore, we'll now still go down again with that value to say that 2 multiplied by 0.47712 minus 1, right? What do I do here? I will use 2 to multiply 0.47712, which when you multiply this, the value is going to give you is going to be equal to 0.95424 minus 1. Therefore, you will now come, when this multiply, you'll be having that the final answer is going to be minus 0.04576. That's the final answer. Now, if you don't understand this very well, remember that what we do basically is building a community of mathematicians, of people that truly understand what math is all about. Math is just like the air we breathe. When you're working on any kind of thing and you don't basically understand its basis or its originality, in most cases you turn to give up when you don't understand. Each day you expected, as my students, to always solve at least a question on math so that it will keep your body and soul together, for you to be following suit. Now let me just say, giving us a classwork here, and this particular classwork which we are going to do, it's not going to be much difficult. But at least it's going to enable us to understand more better. Okay, it will enable us to understand more better. Let me assume that this is a case whereby we are given the same values of log 3. Say log 2 is equal to 0.30103. Remember what we used earlier. Okay, and we are told again that log 3 is equal to 0.47712. Remember, these are the two values which we used initially, and then you're being asked to find, these are the ones which you're going to do for me. A, let's say you're asked to find log 7, and B, you're asked to find log 49. So when you solve these two now which I have given, find log 7 and find log 49, whatever answer which you're going to have at the end of this, these are the two things that will enable you to be part of this community which you are building till the end. Don't hesitate to ask me questions in the comment section. Don't hesitate to, to email me your questions to let me understand how you feel about the whole settings, or if there is any kind of topic you want us to discuss in the next section, which is going to be in our season 11. If there is any topic you basically want us to teach or to talk about, don't hesitate to let me know. Just go straight forward and ask, and definitely that's what I'm going to do. I give you my words on this. I still remain your special host and your nice one at that, Mass Media with Francis. We will definitely keep on triumphing. Definitely we are going to keep on walking through the path of mathematics till I make sure that every one of us have already been built, that whenever we wake us up, we're going to be we're going to be solving maths without having issues. I will be expecting to see you in the next episode, which is going to be episode 12. So please come early, come one, come all. So I expect you to invite your friends, invite people that you know. Definitely, we are going to move mountains. Thanks for this faithful day, and I'll be expecting you for more. Okay, because more videos are going to, you will see so many short clips of this. Watch them. Make sure you like and follow. Okay, subscribe for more. Invite your friends and share with the share button to most of your friends. Okay, I appreciate it. Thanks so much.